Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with Herbally. No, that's my other channel. My Fairy Treasures. You guys, I'm all over the place with the names. Herbally Hip Tarot is my other channel. And you guys, I was going by Angie's Old School Crafting. I'm back to My Fairy Treasures. I tried to do it, but you know what guys? People were getting confused. Like, is this Angela or what the heck is going on? Let me just straighten out my camera here. So I just went back to my old name. I'm so known because I had it for 14 years, that name, that people were getting confused. So let's just go back to My Fairy Treasures. Okay, pretend I didn't even do it. All right, I'm trying to straighten out my camera. Okay, you guys, we are going to do some really, look at this. Isn't this cool or what? This is in the ledger journal that we made together. The faux leather ledger journal that we made together. So that's a video before this one, and I'll have it in the description box if you want to see how to make this type of a ledger art journal. So these are from a these are printables of, you know, like those collage books they have now. Well, these are printables. A lady makes them on Etsy, and I'm gonna show you who she is. And so I cut all the pieces out and arranged them. So look how cool this is. Now we have some things to do. We have a lot to do. I need to do some stuff to the backgrounds. We're going to take all these pieces off. Also, see where the white is? We're going to blend it into the background where all the little white pieces are. So we have a lot to do. But, so anyway, I wanted to show you how this is going to look up with the pieces. How the pieces are going to look. Did I say look up? What the heck am I saying? Okay. Where do I want to put this at? Oh, you guys, I have too much stuff in this room. Okay, so let me take all these pieces off. I want to keep all the pieces that go on this page together, so I don't have to, you know, redo that. I know what goes where. So this is on that side. Okay, and then let's take off all the pieces here. Now we're going to leave this here because that's going to get glued down. That's part of the background. Where can this go? Right here. Okay. And this is a little, this is a technique that I do, and I'm going to make a bunch of these up soon. Okay. This is, aren't those cool? I like to make my own papers and stuff. It was made out of a piece of music note paper. Look how cool that is. So we'll make a bunch of these together. I have them listed somewhere in my, oh, what do you call that? We have the list of like different projects you do. Playlist. I have it in my mixed media playlist if you want to search for that. Okay, so you know this needs to be glued down. That's okay, we'll do something else with that. So this is going to go there. Okay, now I don't want to get too crazy with a lot of collage fodder because you saw how much. I don't want to get too crazy with the background because most of my background on this one is going to be covered up. But there's a few spots. So wherever there's spots is where we're going to add a few more pieces. And then we are going to colorize this whole thing. Okay. So I do want to put some pieces here, here, anywhere where there's empty spots. And then I want to glue this down. Oh, before I do that, I wanted to show you whose stuff am I using? Okay. There's the question. Her name, her Etsy shop is... and I'll put it in the description box. Lunora RT. Okay, and these are all mushroom caps. Look how fabulous this is. Isn't that fabulous? Look at that. I love that right there. So these are all mushrooms. Okay, look how fabulous. Are these fabulous or what, you guys? Everything in a bag of chips. Okay, so those are mushrooms, and this is all by Lunora RT, and I'll put the name of her channel in the description. Also, is this Lunora? I think this is Lunora RT also, with the butterflies. Look at this. It's a whole booklet of butterflies. Is this fabulous or what? Do you guys want me to go through these? Let me know if you want me to go through these. And what I did is because they're printables, I went ahead and put them in these like book report type of things. So I can just, when I want to, because what I do is I copy it all off and then I make prints. So these are this is my main, this is like my main print. And then I make prints from this. So I always know what I have and what I want to do. Okay, that's still more mushrooms. That doesn't go there. And then, and so I've gotten, I have mushrooms I've used of hers, butterflies, and then these are the pictures. Now, I had to put this in a folder because you get so much. I didn't mean for this to go like that. Is this still her? Is this, yeah, I think this is still Lunora RT. I think. Yeah. Yeah, this is still Lunora RT. Okay, so look how cool this is. Is this fabulous? So I had so many of these and I ran out of these, so I put these in a folder. But look how cool. Isn't that just so neat? Look at her. Isn't she fabulous? I want to do something with her. And then look at this. You get background things for backgrounds. You get images, houses. I mean, are we going to do some fun steampunk type of stuff? Look at that. I could just look at all of this all day long. Look at that. That can go in a background. These can go wherever. Look at that. Okay. You guys see, you guys get what, oh, look at that. I could just keep looking at all this forever. It's just, oh, so yummy to me. So beautiful. I'm obsessed. Okay. And there's more. I got more. Wait, I got tons of stuff from her. Oh, and she's having a clearance. Now, I'm not sure if her clearance was still going or not, but her, this one right here might have been $3 or $4 or $5, but a lot of the ones I got were on clearance for like $1 or $2 for the printable sets. Really super affordable. So go check her out if you want some of this stuff. Okay. And I just got, what is her name? Myrta's? I forgot her name. I think it's Myrta. I just got her books, and I'll show you her collage books here soon. Because I'm going to be working with hers. But right now we're working with, what's her name? Lunora RT. Okay. Just looking at something. Yeah. Okay. Let me put all of that away. All right. So, what is this? Yeah, that's that. Okay. We might throw some of these from Dollar Tree in there too. All right, so let's start gluing. Let's start working on the background. Now, this is the art journal that we made, the ledger art journal that we made. That's like the what is that lady's name? Somebody will put it down in the chat. I had her name. I had her name. What is it? Oh, I can't think of her name. I want to say Diane Reevely. Her and Diane Reevely work for Ranger, but it's not Diane Reevely. Anyway, let's get started. All right, so let's glue this piece down first. God, that's just bugging me, her name. It's going to hit me. But she just came up with a ledger book, which I think is so cool to be able to work from this. So you're not just working from blank. You already have something to work with. You could just use this as a background and start collaging on top of it, which is what I'm kind of doing. I'm just adding a little bit to it because most of this we're going to be covering up. Okay. Where is my, there it is. My brush is kind of stiff. Let's get some water on it. Dina Wakely. There we go. I was not going to let that go. I was like a dog with a bone with that one. Dina Wakely. She's the one who came with the ledger. And I just saw, though, today that her ledger came back in. So, but they'll probably sell it again real quick. All right, let's get started. Oh, I made myself, here it is. This is my own homemade, because I finally ran out of my matte mediums that I have gotten from, the Hobby Lobby clearance. I finally ran out of it. So how you make your own matte medium for dirt cheap is you take like some glue, like Elmer's glue. It doesn't have to be Elmer's. And, what the heck is going on here? You take some, regular school glue. And then you take some and you put a little water just to loosen it up a little bit because it's really thick. And then, unless you get one that's not so thick. And then you take about, in a tub like this, which is probably, probably about 8 ounces. Let me see what I can tell you about how much it is. It's about 16 fluid ounces, actually. Nothing has to be exact, okay? And then you put about 20 squirts of a flat acrylic spray paint, and it makes a matte medium. Now, if you want to make sure it's your piece is even, this is going to be, if you want your piece to be even more matte, you can take, after you're done, like right here, I sprayed matte clear. So you could spray this with matte clear, and then when you're done putting all of your pieces on, you can spray it with matte clear again, just to get it even more matte. But it's going to be pretty nice and matte when you add the 20 squirts of this into the school glue. Okay, and that's how you make a matte medium. I learned that from one of you guys years ago, and I was like, oh, that is going to save me a ton of money. And for years I had taken advantage of the Hobby Lobby clearance, so I didn't, sorry, I'm getting a baby wipe, so I didn't have to, I wasn't making it. But Hobby Lobby didn't clearance out their matte mediums this year or last year. So I finally ran out of matte medium, and I thought, you know what, it's time to start making my matte medium again. Okay, let's put this right into the crux. Okay, so this piece here is going to be fabulous. There we go. So that's our first piece down. Now, I got some of these, and what you can get, I looked up vintage or French or vintage, French vintage love letters. Or you can just Google love letters, and all this type of stuff will come up. Look how cool that is. That. There we go. And these type of things will come up for free. Okay? Okay. So which one do I want to use right now? I think I want to use this. I want to put a little bit right there. So I'm going to save that little piece because this little piece could be good for something. Always save little pieces like this. Have like a little box or a little envelope, because pieces like that, valuable. You think they're not. Like, I might just take this and put this right here right now. Look how cool that is. Yeah, well, you know, I want something actually more, with more script on it right there, because it's kind of a big area. Let's put that right there. Okay. Oh, and I have a magazine. I like to just use I get these magazines for free in the mail, or you can get the ones at the grocery store for free. And I use them as a glue spot. So when you're done gluing, you just turn the page. Sometimes I do, you know, go ahead and sometimes I do just do it right on top of the book, and then put the glue right on top of the, you know, glue here, and then put it right on top of here. But it's easier when I'm doing a video because then I don't have all that time to wait for glue to dry. So, all right, let's take that. And then, you know, I want to use something different too. Let's do, ooh, I like this. Let's do this one. It has a little bit of blue to it also. That piece I'm saving. Where do I want to go to? Oh, right here. Like I said, I'm not covering up. I'm not doing such an intense background because I chose a lot of collage pieces to go on here, as you saw. So it's very heavy collage bits. That's what I'm trying to say. Very heavy in the collage bits. Oh, my words today. Get your words together, Angela. Get your words together. And so you guys, some of you guys have been, you know, thank you guys so much for those who have been messaging me. Are you alive? I'm alive. We're going to do one more. We're going to do this one too. Okay. I'm alive. I've just been on my other channel, getting that one started, reading tarot cards. So I've been doing that. But you guys, I've still been crafting the whole time. I still knit. You guys, well, you probably saw me doing, posting some of my artwork that I was selling. So I've been doing a lot of artwork still. So, oh, that looked pretty right there. So I've still been arting and crafting the whole time. I just hadn't been making art and craft videos. But I did make some shorts of my artwork. But I am happy to be back making videos for mixed media. Oh, and this, and the reason I called it Angie's Old School is because I want to go back to crafting like I used to. Okay, I'm 56 now, and I just think, you know what? I just want to craft whatever I want to craft. So if I want to do collage today, I'll do collage. If I want to do stuff with laces and fabrics and all that, by altering things, I'll do that. So, you know, it's not going to be a whole year of just mixed media. I may go and do I may do some other types of crafting too. So, but right now, this is what I want to do. And and you guys know, I love mixed media. So a lot of it's going to be mixed media. You know what? This piece, where in the heck is that coming from? Okay, I got to do something about this. I have something on that's black right here that's getting all over me. I don't even know what the heck it is. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Let me get another baby wipe out. Let's just get 2 out because you know I'll need them. All right. There was something black on my glass mat here. I don't know what the heck that was. All right, let's go back to this. And we'll keep that little for this piece here, which might be cool. All right, this might go right here like this. Yeah, I like that. Let me turn my magazine page. See what I'm talking about? So this is all sticky. And you just turn the page and then you have a new glue surface. And that way it keeps your space from everything being all sticky. So between having this magazine as a glue surface and your baby wipes, it'll keep you nice and clean. And you can also bust out your glue stick. But when I'm using like small pieces like this, I could have used a glue stick on. But when you're doing like larger pieces, I definitely bust out with like some matte medium. Even just regular school glue is fine. Let's rip that off. Perfect. So sometimes I'll use a glue stick when I'm using smaller pieces, but when you're doing bigger pieces like this right here, I definitely would not use it, because by the time you get all the way around the glue might be dried up, so on your piece, and then you got to redo it. Annoying. Okay. Just looking to see. I might use that one little piece. Remember the one little piece? It's be perfect right there. You guys, this is one of my favorite things to do. I just love, you guys know I'm obsessed with collage. It's my favorite thing to do. Now some of this might get covered up because I only have a little bit of space here and there, but that's fine. I just want to cover all these little spaces, so there's always a little something, because you know there's little blank spaces on the ledger. Let's do some of this. Okay. Alrighty. Also, you can look up, when you look up you can say love letters written in Spanish, love letters written in French, love letters written in whatever language. And you'll also get letters like this is written in a different language. I'm not sure. I have them written on the back on my mains. This right here is, I think this is French. This, I think is Spanish. And this right here, I can't remember what this is. I think this might be French also. So you can Google ones for different languages too. And I like to have different languages because I feel in my art, I like to include different languages that represents different different races of people. And I believe when we all come together and we understand each other, we're going to promote more peace, right? So that's why I like to make sure I put all different type of languages, which represent all types of people, in my art. Okay, so I'm going to put another piece there, another piece there. I'm always about bringing people from all walks of life together. We're all human, right? Right. So I just believe in all of us coming together. We're going to put that there. So even in the background, sometimes I'll mix my different languages of letters, of different like love letters or French letters or whatever I'm doing. And also I'll intermix with my jelly prints and stuff. So we'll be doing that too. Oh, I love this. I love adding all this in here. This is beautiful. Okay. Oh, you know what I love is, and I have it right here, hopefully. I love Asian everything. Asian script is just so beautiful to me. Their language is just such an art form, in my opinion. I just think it's beautiful. So we have a place called Chinatown, and I go and I pick up, especially at the restaurants or the Asian grocery stores or restaurants, you can pick up newspapers. So look, isn't this fabulous? So I'll put some of this in there too. I love this, the script. And then also, I think I already collected a bunch of them. Where are they? I know I have them. Just a second. Whatever I use a lot of, it's right in front of me usually. Here it is. So I have a bunch of these. In that newspaper, they have a bunch of these. Isn't that cool? So we'll use that. And I love this strip too. So we'll use something from here. On here. What did I have left over? Oh, I just had that little section there. But I think that section's going to be covered. Well, let's just put a little something there. And then if it's covered, it's covered. Whatever. Let's put that little Asian piece right there. Asian script. Okay. There we go. And then right down here, I'm going to put like, make this almost look like a stamp. Because I have a little blank space there, and just put this at the bottom. Let's put that down at the bottom. Just as a cool little effect. And then we have another little space there that we can put that little piece right there. See what I'm talking about? These little pieces. Make sure you keep them. These little pieces are, the little pieces can just be like gold. When they're pages, when you're the things you choose to collage with, when you get down to little pieces, those are like little elements. That's what I think of them as. Because they're just those little elements, those little pieces that really make a difference in your collage or your background. Or at least they can. In my opinion. Okay, I want a little something right there and a little something right there. And I don't have very much Asian on, I don't have any Asian on this one. So let's put that right there. Do I have any more room on here? Oh man. And then you got to be kind of careful with this because this is a newspaper. And I just ripped the page, but no major. Just put that together. And then I might put that in right there. Yeah, we will. See this little strip? How cool, huh? How cool. We'll put that in right there. Turn my magazine page. Okay, and we'll put that, where did I say I was going to put that? I think right here. And I need another little piece like right there, so we'll put that there. I mean, look how small. I'm telling you, the little pieces are like little treasures. Little elements. Just little elements, little pieces here and there. Okay. Okay. Now I think we're going to be good. Yeah, because I have a big piece that's going in here, I think. So you're not going to see. And if I need more pieces, we'll add them in. Okay, so this point, I just want to just hit my, I'm going to pause you guys. I'm going to hit and dry all this, and then we're going to colorize this piece And I want to be able to see through it. So I could use watercolor. I can use Tim Holtz Distress Inks, which is what I'm going to use. You could also use like pastels, because you can see through them. Like Jane Davenport's pastels or whatever you have. You can also take, if you don't have anything but acrylic paint is awesome. You can take acrylic paint with whatever way you want to color this so that you can still see through it. Take acrylic paint with a baby wipe and wipe it on in areas. And that makes it so you can still see through it, okay? But what I want to use, after I dry this a little bit, is I want to use Distress Inks. These are some of my favorite things, my favorite colors. Like, I love this Age Mahogany. Look how gorgeous that is. So I'm going to use that. Of course, Vintage Photo, Walnut Stain. And I'm either going to use Antique Linen or Old Paper, okay? And some of these are Distress Inks and some are Distress Oxides. Love them all. Okay, let me pause you guys, and I'm just going to dry this just for a little bit to make sure everything's nice and dry before we start colorizing. Okay, so I went ahead and used my dryer and dried this. So this is nice and dry. Okay, so now we want to colorize this, right? All right, so am I going to use the same? No, I'm not. Okay. Getting my, I keep, these boxes are invaluable. I get these from Dollar Tree. You guys pick these up when you see them. And you can just keep, all my stuff that I use all the time, I keep them in these, and I also keep them in one of these. This is another one. This even has a little handle, but look how cool this is. These are fabulous to store all your craft stuff in. But so I have a lot of different craft stuff stored in these, but the main stuff I use, I keep right by me, and they're in these. Oh my God, my chair is ridiculous. It needs to be tightened up before I fall the hell out of it. Okay. If you guys hear me scream, I'll be on the ground because my damn chair is loose as anything and I haven't tightened it. Which, not too smart of me. Okay. Let me put those back and put this back. This chair is so loose. I will be tightening it when I get off of here. Okay. Try not to move my chair around too much. All right, so these right here, these makeup brushes, you get them at Dollar Tree. You guys pick these up when you see them. I actually haven't seen them lately. I don't go to Dollar Tree as much as I used to, so. But they've had them for years. So when you see them, pick them up. They're great for your Distress Inks. They're great for your pan pastels or pastels period. They're good for your inks. They're good for a lot of stuff. Now, a lot of this is going to be covered up, okay? But we're going to go ahead and colorize it right now with my Now, like I said, if you don't have Distress Inks and you have some acrylic paints, just craft acrylic paints. Whatever type of acrylic paint you have. You can just take that with a baby wipe, put some acrylic paint on something, a little plate, dip your baby wipe in, and just go over in spots, just like I'm doing right now. And you can still, that makes it so that you can see through it, so that all the stuff from below, all the collage bits show through it. All right. Now I'm going to use the Age Mahogany. Look how pretty this Age Mahogany is. Isn't that just gorgeous? Just absolutely obsessed with this Age Mahogany. I think it's so beautiful. I'm trying to see if I have another color that I should have got down. I don't know. We'll see just a second. And I blend it right into the other color, into that vintage. Was it vintage photo that I used? Yeah, right into that vintage photo. Oh, that's right. I have walnut stain. That's the other one I want to use. Okay, and then I'm going to go with walnut stain. Did I use walnut stain or did I use Distress ink? I think I used walnut stain. I don't think I used Distress. I didn't think I used vintage photo yet. Yeah, I think I used walnut stain first. All right, let's go with vintage photo next. Yeah, I didn't use vintage photo. I used walnut stain. That's how much I've used these. I know the colors right when they go down, because I am obsessed with Tim Holtz Distress inks. They are fabulous. You could also do this with watercolor. The same thing I'm doing, you could do with watercolor too, and I've done that before too. And I will do that with as I keep doing my mixed media projects. I'll colorize with different things. Sometimes I'll use acrylic paint. Sometimes I'll use these. Sometimes I'll use. You can also use inks too. Whatever inks you have. You have different colors of inks that will work with your project. Use your ink pads. Your regular ink pads. But I wanted that really grungy background because we're doing like more of a steampunk page. So I wanted this to be very steampunky looking. So now we're filling everything else in with this vintage photo. Okay, did we get everything all grunged out? All steampunky, grungy? I think so. All right, and if we need to add any more pieces in and any more of this stuff in, we will do it. Okay, now we need to bring in, make sure you guys are seeing everything. Let me stand up, make sure. Yeah, you guys are seeing everything. Fabulous. Okay. I'll just wait. I do want to white out some of the areas a little bit just to, you know, put white. But like I said, so much is going to be covered up with this. So we'll pay attention to that as we keep going. And you're probably like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about yet. So don't worry about it. Okay. So we want to bring this piece in here. That's the first piece we're going to bring in. Isn't this fabulous? She has these fabulous like background pieces. Love it. And after that, then I think we'll put in this on top of here. Okay. Now, when I ripped this, I took my, whichever ink. You can do distress ink or regular inks, like this walnut stain. And I went on the edges like this, so the edges look nice and burnt. Nice and burnt. And then, you know, I'll do that to this too. Just whatever shows. Did I use this or did I use... Actually, I think I used one of my ink pads. A dark brown ink pad. But we'll just use this. because the walnut stain's a pretty dark color. And this is all made on just copy paper when you print these out. And that's what you really want when you do collage, because that's really what you want when you do collage. I mean, you can use cardstock, but the pieces glue down so much easier if you have like more of a paperweight, a printer paperweight. All right, so let's now glue this down. Let me get my glue. See how big this piece is? This is a piece that I definitely probably would not use a glue stick on. I mean, if that's all you have, that's all you have. Then that's what you have to use. I would use some type of a glue, of a wet glue, because the piece is so big. And also, you guys, I love wrinkles. Okay, if you're doing grungy or you're doing vintagey looking or shabby chic looking stuff, wrinkles help with all of that. It helps with the shabbiness of it, or the grunginess of it, or the vintage of it. So do not worry about the wrinkles. Welcome the wrinkles in, because the wrinkles are going to make it look more old world, more vintage, more grungy. Should I go with any more? Should I go with any more adjectives? Okay. Okay, so let's now put this piece down. And we're going to do some more colorizing on all of this too, on these pieces, as we put them in. And I told you guys I'm kind of going back old school. Like, I'm going to make my videos if they're, I mean, I've always done longer videos, like an hour, but I may even go an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. And they're more like videos where you're learning something, but at the same time, you can just work along with me, working on your project. Maybe you might get inspired by what I'm doing, like some ideas, learn some ideas, or just have me on in the background. Because I always have somebody on in the background, and I love when they have a longer video, because then I don't have, because I'm usually crafting along with them, getting inspired, learning different tricks from them, different things. And that way I don't have to go and look for another damn video. So I love a long video. If you're a crafter, you know what I'm talking about. We love long videos so we can craft, so we have like a little crafting buddy. Look how cool that looks so far. Doesn't that look fabulous? Fabulous. Gotta make sure that that's glued down. There we go. Now it's glued down good. There we go. Okay. You guys, when you are working, this is the first, this isn't even a page. This is the back of the front of the book. Put something down. I put this stuff down. And this allows my book to come up and lay flatter. Like that. Okay? Just showing you guys that little trick. Okay, what's next? What is next? Okay, so next would be, okay, I have these mushrooms and my girls. These are also from that Lunar, whatever I told you her name was. Aren't they fabulous? Now we'll be colorizing this to blend all that in and this. And the reason I left it is because see the hair, you can't, you know, cut this out with the hair. So where you can't cut something out, just rip it. Okay, like this. I did her hair, rip it, and then colorize the background so it goes, you'll see what I'm talking about. We'll colorize it or paint it so it gets painted in with the background. Now, I think the mushrooms are going to go like this. Wait a minute. She's going to go on top. I want her on top of the mushroom. And she's going to be, I think, like this. And we're doing another mushroom here. Is that what I did? What I usually do, this is another trick, what I usually do is, but I'm filming on my phone, so I couldn't do it. I take when I lay out my pieces, and I like the way the layout looks, I take a picture with my phone so I can refer back to my phone. Okay, maybe I had it like this. Is this how I had it? Or did I have it like... Maybe I had it like this. Just a second, guys. Sorry. Okay. I think I had it like this. And then this was like this. And then she's standing on top of the mushroom. Is that how I did it? And then we have butterflies going. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so let's put the mushrooms in first. And you know what else I do? I like to do is I like to take, let me find a pencil. Pencil. I have a million pencils, and when I need one, I can't find one. Crazy. Okay, this better be, no, it's not sharpened. No, it's not sharpened. Okay. Okay, this is just stupid. I know there has to be, there it is. So like, I know there's a pencil in front of my face somewhere. I like to, once I have a piece, mark it a little bit so I know where the piece goes. And that just helps me so I know where I need to put this back. And just a little marking. You don't have to mark, you don't have to trace the whole thing. Just a little marking. All right, so now I know where this piece goes back to. There we go. Kind of a smart little idea. Even though I take the picture even, I do that. Just so I know like where it goes. See the little white pieces? We're going to colorize that. So don't worry. You can either use paint or you can use the oxides or you can use watercolor. And this goes here. Let me mark this a little bit here. So I know where I want to go back here. Okay. Okay, where was I at? See at the bottom here how like this little grass, this little part with all the flowers and all this at the bottom? When they're like that, I cut the mushroom out, but here where this part is, where I can't cut, like it's like hair, you can't cut all that out, just rip it because then it will blend. When you have to blend things in, and you just rip that part, okay? Just like the hair. I can't cut that out, right? Rip it, and it will blend in with the background, and then you can paint it in to match. Okay, you can blend it. Like this has to be blended. I'll show you how I'm gonna blend that. Okay. Next, let's put her in. And she's going to go in right like this, I believe. And then she goes on top. Isn't she so cute? I seen her. I was like, oh my God, I have to have her. I have to use her today. Okay. Let me just kind of mark this so I know where I'm at with her. All right. Alexa, turn to YouTube.
Here is YouTube.
Yeah, I want to find that. I want to find that the other collage books that I just ordered. I ordered 5 of them. I went nuts, and you guys will know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna look her name up right now. Let me put this piece in here. Okay, I just marked her. There we go. Okay. All right, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna find her right now what her name is, because you can get her collage books too, and that's what I'm gonna use. That's whose collage books I'm gonna use on my next video. Yeah, her name is Marta, but I'm trying to see what kind of book she has. Let's see. What's the name of her books? Come on. Aimie Small Art. Is that her name? Let's make sure. Just a second, guys.
Feel that I know why I made them, what we all need.
Yeah, Aimie Small Art. And her books are called... Oh my gosh, why am I having so much trouble? Oh, you know what? If I... Okay. What I need to do is just slow down and I'll find it. Okay, I'm still looking, guys. Sorry. Okay. I'm still looking, you guys. Just a second.
Paris or something. And I was like, this is making it exclusive.
Okay, it's
found and not being mixed.
Yeah, her books are called Marimie's. M-A-R-E-M-I''S. So Marimie's Bits and Bobs, Marimie's Fairies, Marimie's Winter Collection, Marimie's Flowers, Marimie's Mushrooms. It's kind of very similar to the stuff we're doing here. So I'll be working with her books. I just ordered 5 of her books. They're a little bit expensive, like $20, but she said she does not care. You can make prints, you can make copies of the book so that you can, keep having the images over and over. So they're well worth it. It's like stamps. You just can keep using them over and over and over. So, and the images are phenomenal, like these. Beautiful. Okay, so let's now put this here. I see an area right here where I'm going to cover and put some paper there. Some little some little collage bit. Alrighty. There we go. Oops. Okay, I'm almost ripped her hair. All right, love that. Right here is a little bit of the background that needs to be covered up, so I want to use a little bit of language to do that. Don't want to use, yeah, I want to use this. I don't think I used this one yet. No, I didn't. If you tear it away from you, then the white lines don't show up on there, if that's a concern of yours. Yeah, I love that right there. Okay, so let's glue that down. And this piece already has a really cool color to it, so I don't have to go in and do any colorizing on it if I don't want to. I probably will though. Yeah, I will. Just add a little bit more color to it, even though it fits in with the color. See, this is beautiful. See how in the background here, I wanted some more interesting things there. So we'll just put them in now. I have this little bit left over from here, so we'll just put that in right there. So we'll put that in there. And then I would like a little piece right there. It's just a little bit. I like that little number 16, so I'm going to leave that. There, that'll be good. Okay. All right, do I need to add any other little pieces like that? No. You know what I'm thinking about using is my script stamp right here, and I think that would look really, really cool. Okay, let's use my script stamp. One of my favorite things to use in my next media is my script stamp. Just a second, let me grab it over here. Look at this. I just got that from Temu. Isn't that cool? Love that. Okay. Temu is so dangerous. The prices are so cheap. But then when you're done, it's like $100. But you do get a lot of stuff. A lot of cool stuff. Oh, and they've copied everybody. I mean, I know that there's a big, huge thing about that, but they have copied everybody's stuff. Oh my goodness. It's like a trip. I'm like, oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to use this archival ink. I have it out. Sepia, one of my favorites. And that's going to go really, really good. Okay, so I want to put a little bit of script. Perfect. And I don't care if it's not even. I think the unevenness of it is perfect. Little pieces here and there. See how it's kind of uneven? Perfect. perfect. Perfectly imperfect. And I want to do some more of it right here. Very nice. And a lot of this is going to be covered up anyway, so, but let's put a little bit of script stamp right here. Just let this hold on for just a second. Okay, very good. All right. That's what I love about grunge and steampunk and all that. You don't want anything perfect. So it works out really, really nice. Oh, I need to put the butterflies in. Okay, so I have 3 butterflies. I need to put those in. I almost forgot about the butterflies. Get my magazine back over here. I gotta put the butterflies in. I have 2 bigs and a small. Okay, I think I like that one there. I'm kind of placing these a little bit differently than I did last time, but okay, I want that there, that there. And maybe that right there. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now let's put in the other 2 butterflies. Sorry, I'm getting quiet, you guys. I'm just focusing. Just focusing. Beautiful. And then I want to put another one right here, covering up her feet just a little bit. And I think that, like, if you kind of go over your collage bits with other collage bits, like they touch a little bit, that just makes everything look like just more cohesive, in my opinion. In my opinion. How can that little piece not be glued down? Jeez. Such a small little piece. Okay. It's glued in now. Beautiful. All right, what time do we have? Sorry, guys. You guys weren't seeing that very bottom part. There we go. Oh, beautiful. All right, so now let's do the colorizing, and then we'll start on this page here. You know, I just checked at the time, and I didn't even look at the time. I stood up, and I didn't even look at it. Okay, so we'll still work for another half an hour and see what we get done. I want to colorize this, so this white, let's get rid of this white and make that blend in, because that just bugging the heck out of me. Let's first go in with some Let's first go in with either antique linen or old paper. I think antique linen we'll go with. Love this color. It's just like old paper and antique linen are just like what the perfect aged paper looks like. I love it. Is this a little bit, let me spray this with water. It seems like it's a little bit dry. Where is my water bottle? There it is. Is it the brush or what? Okay, yeah. I think that brush is weird. Okay, anyway. This just gives a little light aging. Very, very light aging. And I may even darken up her skin a little bit. We'll see. I may give her a little pigmentation. We'll see. Okay. That wasn't actually doing too much. Okay, so let's go in next with a little bit of vintage photo. See how this just blends everything in. So I'm using the same colors that are, you can see in the background. Using those same colors. Okay, and then let's take, oh, let's do it to here too. Let's throw a little bit of this vintage photo down here on this little piece. Oh, and while we're at it, we'll take vintage photo. See this right here? There's a little bit of white there. And blend that out. Okay. Now, one other color that we can blend with is this Age Mahogany. So I'm going to use that. We're going to take that and just go right on the edge here. I'm mostly going to go right where the torn edge is and go on that torn edge. And this is where you can take your, you can do the same thing with your acrylic paints and a wet baby wipe. See how that just blended it right in? Love it. In fact, let's just put a little bit of this Age Mahogany right there. Okay, so now let's take a little bit of that Age Mahogany. And now that white paper is gone. It's all blended into the rest of everything. Isn't that fabulous? While we're at it, let's just take that Age Mahogany and go over that piece and put a little Age Mahogany right here. Okay. And let's take a little of that Age Mahogany and go down all around the bottom. A little bit where this mushroom's at. I know I'm going crazy with this aged mahogany, but it's just beautiful, and it just really adds so much. People are always talking about vintage photo, a few other ones, but I hardly have anyone talk about this aged mahogany. I use it all the time. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. There we go. Look how everything now is blended in. Voila. Beautiful. Yeah, I think that's really, really pretty. And I will bring it up closer when we get done here. All right, so now, so this piece is all done. That's beautiful. I probably will take a little bit of, at the end, I'll show you, I'll take a little bit of a Stabilo, or a black Stabilo, or a water-soluble pencil, watercolor pencil, or like a black gelato, and just smoke the edges out all the way around. Okay, but we'll do that at the end. All right, so next, let's work this page. Let's work this side over here. Oh, there was one other thing I think I was looking at maybe using some of these stickers here. Aren't they fabulous? They're fabulous. You get them at Dollar Tree in the Crafter Square section. And these are like so Tim Holtz looking. They have tons of stuff that looks like this. Isn't it fabulous? So since this is very steampunk, I was thinking the gears would look fabulous. Maybe. Let's see if we're going to use them or not. Would that look good? Yeah. Yeah, that would look good. Right there. I'm just going to lightly put that on. We're going to, I'll hot glue that on. So it'll lightly go on there so I can hot glue that. You know what? That big piece, oh, we'll leave that alone. Let me see, another piece might go here. Oh, fabulous. Aren't these cool? They're fabulous. Yeah. So we'll let those go right there. Put those aside. Now we need to put our pieces in, glue our pieces in here. And also let's put a piece of wax paper in. I didn't need to put a piece of paper here because this is the back of the cover. I wasn't going to glue onto anything, but so we don't glue on to other pages. Let's put wax paper in. Then we'll be all good. We'll be all protected. There we go. Alrighty. So now, what did I do with this? Oh, maybe I did put, wait. Oh yeah, it goes like this. Okay, so let's put, we're going to put this piece in here. I think that's the first piece that's going to go in. Okay. There. And then, what's next? And then, look at, I love this mushroom. Look how cool that is. Isn't that just fabulous? That's going to go in over here. Okay, so, but the next piece that needs to go in is this. We definitely need a fresh magazine piece. I love doing this. It's just everything comes out because the images are so beautiful. It comes out so pretty, and it's just so relaxing. I love collage. and I love mixed media. It's just my happy place. I love going down beautiful images. Love it. And now these beautiful collage books and printables. Oh, now you can get, instead of going through magazines, which I still will do, but you can just get the perfect thing that you want and have them at your disposal. Like the perfect images that you want. Instantly. You don't even have to go searching for them. They're in these beautiful collage books. I love it. I'm obsessed. And it's crazy because I love like very grungy steampunk like this, but then I love really pretty shabby chic, and I love vintage. So those are my three styles that I like to create when I do mixed media art. Okay, so that looks good there. Is that coming up? Yeah, that's coming up. I don't know how. Get that back down. There we go. Well, we're going over some texture right there, so that's probably why I wanted to pop up. Okay, next thing is we need to put this mushroom in. Beautiful. So this mushroom needs to go in. And then we're going to put this little boy. I had to use him. I thought he was so flippin' adorable. Is he the cutest thing ever? Oh my goodness. So I want him on top of this mushroom. And this mushroom needs to scoot over just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so let me mark this where I want this mushroom at. There we go. Such a beautiful day. It's such a spring day. It's like the wind is blowing outside, and it's just like the perfect temperature, and the birdies. You can tell when it's perfect outside because the birds just go nuts. These birds are just chirping. My backyard is beautiful right now because all the roses are blooming. All the flowers I have are blooming. It's beautiful. I was out there today looking at my garden, and I was like, oh my gosh, everything is just in bloom. I mean, it happens every spring. I don't know why I'm so shocked. But you know what? You get shocked by nature. I mean, nothing can replace nature. Nature is beautiful. All right, my little steampunk kid that I love. Yeah, let me know if you want me to flip through the printables because I printed them out so you can see the rest of the printables. Let me know if you guys want me to do a flip through with those. This foot has to go first wherever I want it to land. Okay, I've got to be careful with this because that little piece right there, his little, whatever it is, his little cane with a ball on the end. Oh my God, this is so flippin' adorable. So adorable. Just that alone would be perfect, wouldn't it? But I got a couple more things. We got this image still. We're going to put him there and her here. I think that's what we're doing. Yeah. And then we got some butterflies too. Oh, I think we got one butterfly. Always keep that baby wipe. This is what keeps my hand from just being a sticky mess. When you're at Dollar Tree, pick up those baby wipes. So you can pick them up for nothing. Okay. And now let's do our girl. Okay, where are we doing her, putting her at? I think right. Oh, right there. Okay. Make sure everything is down. And then we have a butterfly left. What did I do with the butterfly? I think I put the butterfly just like that. Yep. But you guys, I can't do it right now because I'm on my camera, but taking a picture, like after you set your collage up the way you want it, you have to take everything apart, definitely take a picture of it. It's so much easier than you can just work from your collage. I mean, you can work from your picture. Okay, you know, I don't want to cover up so much of, there we go. I want to see more of the pipes. I don't want to cover up all the pipes. But I love the justification of these old rusty pipes with books with a butterfly. Oh, that's so me. I'm so weird because I love this grungy style, this steampunk grunge, and then I like shabby chic and vintage. But you know what? It's all shabby. Grunge is shabby, of course. Shabby chic is shabby, and so is steampunk. So that's my thing. Is I love just old, vintage, rusty, shabby, old wall, old world, and all those qualify for that. So I love it. Looking to see what I'm seeing here. Oh, excuse me. All right, so everything is glued in. I'm seeing if I can put my glue away. I think I can. Try to keep my, what I'm going to try to start doing is wiping off my lid when I get done, so I don't have a glue mess everywhere and it's not so hard to get my lid off. And then I'm also keeping plastic like this, because I hate when your lid gets all gluey and it sticks and you can't get it open and you have to crack it every time. It's annoying. Do I get more baby wipes? Nope, I gotta grab some more. Okay, so the next part is we're going to do the colorizing again. We're going to paint again. Paint or colorize with the inks. And these, I'm going to hot glue them down, these little gears. They're stickers, but you're guaranteed to keep them down if you use some like hot glue or whatever. Even Eileen's tacky might be good, but I'm just gonna hot glue them down. But I'll do that when I get off camera. Okay, so let me make sure you guys are seeing everything. Yeah. Next, let's colorize this with Okay, we're going to start in with Vintage Photo, Mahogany, Walnut Stain, these three. We'll start with Vintage Photo. Alright, so let's get this with Vintage Photo. Anywhere I see the white at, or anything that needs to be a little bit more color, we'll do that. Got to get rid of that white. Ugh. And as soon as you get rid of that white, it starts blending in with the background. Automatic blending. Love it. Okay, so next I'm going to use a little bit of walnut stain, just so we have a couple of different colors going here. We don't really need too much walnut stain. I do want to put quite a bit of walnut stain up in the corner here. Just hit it with a little walnut stain here or there. Okay, now the mahogany. And I'm going to focus on more of the edges with it so I don't get it everywhere. So we have a little bit of a marbling look. There we go. Let's just make this cohesive and just put this all the way like that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I put some aged mahogany there, but let's also put some walnut stain right in the center there. Just want the grunginess of it all. There we go. Oh my God, this is fabulous. I love it. Now, what time do we have? Okay, we already have half an hour. Okay. We're just going to be probably another 15 minutes. So it'll be an hour and 45 today. You know what I love about these? Look at, they just stack on top of each other. Love that. You know how I store them? I want to show you guys something. I store them in these from Dollar Tree. Pick these up when you see them. They go so quick, you guys. But look how it's beautiful. So it's a great way to store your distress inks and your ink pads. It's great to store so many craft items, but okay. So do I want to use any of these gears? These here. And what I like about them is they lay flat. So you don't have to worry. Oh yeah, I think I like that at the top. Do I? Or do I like this? I think I just like this blue. Let me just see if a smaller one's not gonna, I'm not gonna like a smaller one any better. I think I like that. All right, let's leave it. Do I want one anywhere else? I want that there? Maybe. Do I want one here? No, I don't like these. In fact, I think I don't like any of them on this page, so we're not going to put them on. I like the way it is. But try things. If you think you like it, try it. And it'll tell you. You'll look at it and go, yeah, no. So just try it. Okay, we're almost done. The only thing I want to do now is I just want to, on this over here, I want to deepen one of the girl's skin tones. Make her a girl of color or a woman of color. And I like to use, I'll show you, quick and easy with these. These are Jane Davenport pastels. They're fabulous. And this is the most fabulous. This one is the Pastel Palette Birthday Cake. It is perfect. Look at the shades of brown, especially for darker skin tones. But look at it. You have all the skin tones here. Okay, where is that black coming from? I keep getting something black on my hand, and I don't know where it's coming from. Is it coming from... Yeah, it's coming from my jar. How did my jar get black all over it? God, I'm touching something. I don't know what I'm touching. It's getting black everywhere. Oh, I hate that. Okay. Let's get this off that. Okay, so... where are my little brushes at? I think they're over here. Yep, here they are. Jeez. I'm in the middle of like kind of cleaning up, freshening up some of my Thinner products, like putting water in them so they don't dry out. So they're in front of a bunch of stuff that I need. So it's like doing too many projects at once, like usual. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is use this color for her face and then that for shading. And it's a, you know, this is a small figure, so it's not, I don't have to do a whole lot. Just a second, guys. I'm cleaning off my eyeshadow brush. And I use an eyeshadow brush to apply these. And it works great. Alright, so let's just take her across her whole face and just deepen it a little bit with this. Perfect. And then I'm going to take on the other end and I'm just going to just do a little bit of shading. You got to be careful because this is not a big, this is not big. In fact, I can only do the shading right there. Cool. And that just deepened, you know, let's finish deepening the other skin tone too. Up here at top. Actually, let's let her go because I like to have different nationalities of people, right? So we'll leave that and we'll deepen this one over here. And then just a little bit of a shading right here. There we go. There we go. And we'll leave the rest of them alone. Okay, and do I want to do any splatters? White or black splatters? I'm trying to think if I want... I don't think I want to do white, and I don't think I want to do black splatters either. No, I like the way it is. Okay. Sometimes the last thing I do want to do, and I'll just do a little bit, and I'll finish that up off camera, is I do want to do a little black shading all the way around with a Stabilo or a watercolor pencil, whatever I come across first. And I've come across, I think, a Stabilo. Yes. You know what else you can use? And I think this is where the black came from. And this will be a lot faster. You can also use this pan pastel right here. That will work really nicely too. And I think that's what I'm going to use. Now, the pan pastel just blends out. You don't have to do anything. But if you use, like I'll just show you. If you use, this is a Stabilo. You can use the Stabilo and a black watercolor pencil are basically the same thing. Just a second, guys. Okay, I just needed to shut my blind. Okay. What does it look like now that I shut my blind? Still fine. So what I mean is just to create like a nice smoky border around this whole thing. You just go like this with your Stabilo. Or you can use a black water soluble crayon. And then you have to just take your, either take your saliva or wet your finger with a baby wipe and just blend it out. Isn't that beautiful? You know what? I have a little thing coming up right here. Oh, we'll fix that in a second. So let me finish with my Stabilo on this side. Well, you know what else I have? I have a Tim Holtz Distress Crayon. Where did I put those Tim Holtz Distress Crayons? Because I didn't want to use those. Where did I put it? Just a second. Not there. Where did I put those? I wanted to use them. Oh, here they are. I pulled them because I'm like, I want to start using things that I don't use all the time. Where did I put them at? Oh. Just a second, guys. Don't you hate that? When you pull something to use it, and then you don't know what the heck you did with it. You pulled it to use it. All right, well, you know what'll happen? I'll run into it when I don't need it. Just making sure I don't see it. Oh, that makes me mad. I haven't even used them yet. That's why I wanted to use them. Did I put them in a... One second. Let me see if I put them in a pencil. In a I use a coffee cups for my little jars for my stuff. Because that would be something I would do. So I would use the darn things. If I can find them. Good grief. Nope, I'm not seeing them. That's so weird. All right, let's use this right here. We'll use that in a second. I'll finish it with this. That's my Stabilo. You can also take this, and if you want to put a shadow on anything, like one of your people, you can put a shadow on anything. Like, I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. This is my art journal, so I'm just using my saliva. I know some of you guys can be like, that's nasty. Kind of, but it's my saliva, so. And it's my art journal. I'm not selling this. This is my own artworks in my own art journals. I can use my saliva if I want to. But if you don't want to use your saliva, have a baby wipe and just wet your finger with a baby wipe. Put it's so much faster to do it like this. Okay, so see what a difference that makes? That smoky border, that shading like that. It's beautiful. If you want to too, you can go around your butterflies and put a little shading around your butterfly. Like I'll just go over a little, do a little bit here. See? And just do a little bit of shading if you want around your butterfly, and it just adds a little something something. You could also, for instead of using saliva or even a baby wipe, you could also use a what do you call it, a water brush. You could use that too. But see how pretty that makes? That just pops that butterfly out. Okay, so then if you're going to use this, we need to have another one of the makeup brushes. Let me find one that so you could take a makeup brush and use your pan pastel or any of your pastels and just easily just go like this. I mean, the pastel is probably one of the easiest things to use. You don't even have to. And it blends out too so nicely. Okay. I wasn't gonna finish the whole thing of this with it, but you know what? It's so quick and easy with this pastel that we'll just go ahead and do it. Oh, that's another thing. You can use a black gelato to do this too. And then you just wet your finger and blend it out. A wet gelato is the bomb too. I just, you know what? After so many years of having gelatos, I have all the colors, but I used all my black gelatos. So next time I'm there, I'm going to get myself one because I do like using a black gelato also. Especially like when you're going to do big areas like this. It's kind of nice to use something like this pan pastel or a gelato or any water soluble crayon. So anyway, but you got to be careful with this. I think that's how I got the blacks, how I started spreading black all over my thing here. Yeah, because see, that's how I did it. It kind of comes out of the jar a little bit. So just wipe it up so you don't smear it everywhere and make yourself mad like I did myself. Just a second. All right. Is there anything else I want to do with this, or are we done? I think we're done, you guys. That is it. We're done. I think this is beautiful. What do you guys think? So I will leave a link, a clickable link to where I got these images on Etsy. And Marimi, or what's her name? Marimi. I'll be tomorrow or the next day, I'll do another one of these, and I'm gonna use her books. Oh my God, I'm so excited for that one too. So let me know what you guys think. I am in love with all of this. Isn't this fun? Absolutely love it. Okay, you guys, that is it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you give this video a thumbs up, comments or questions, leave them below. We do have a group called Our Magical Little Place. There's a clickable link. So whether you do mixed media, you do a project like this, or you do anything else, come share it with us. If you have an Etsy shop, or any type of shop that you sell stuff that you make, you can leave links. If you have a YouTube channel and you have videos to show us how to make something, you can leave links, okay? All right, you guys, that's it for this one. I will talk to you guys soon, probably tomorrow. Love, peace, and happiness. Bye, guys. Remember, collage yourself happy. All right. Bye, guys.